You do not want to submit and you're not willing to totally submit, I think marriage will be very hard for you.
Yeah.
Yes. And it doesn't matter the state of your husband. It doesn't matter. You have got to submit and understand that he's the head. You are the support. Your husband could be pulling a 5-figure and you're pulling a 7-figure. Your 7-figure is his support.
So if you had more money than your husband, you'd give him the ATM?
I am his support.
Would you give him the password and everything to spend the money?
100%.
Baby girl, have a seat. Yes, baby girl is married and that's proof for it. Auntie nafe wano, omufumbo tasobya. Dia, omufumbo tasobya. Oba mwami yakuba mpesi.
It doesn't mean we are miserable.
Give me the phone.
Those things happen. It's not news.
Oh yes, you're very much welcome. Elamba nkugamba nti mukwano, have a seat tubeere nga mukwano tunyonyoka ensonga zino ezitambula wano leero. I am Baby Nels nga muwuliddeawo era for us we are all about marriage, faith and motherhood. Enene waffe ekikolagana ku marriage, faith oba motherhood ku social media tuba tukijjayo ntubeera nga tukyogerako era oba nga tukijjamu ensonga oba tujjamu amakulu oba tukyogerako oba tuddamu okukiwa eddoboozi ne tubeera nga munnange tubeera ki nga twewagala era nga tuyiga. Olwaleero nno munnange tulabikiddeko awo nga tukuletedde Jackie O. Kati nno gwe obanga wazaalibwa mu 2000 obanga wazaalibwa mu awo mu 2000 oyinza obbona omukyala tomutegeera bulungi naye kati ffe ba millennial Jackie O tumutegeera bulungi era ng'ono omukyala yali yayimbirako mu bayimbi ba Obsessions bano nno bakubanga obuzina eddedda nga bakuba nnyo obuzina era ono omukyala njagadde omubaleetera leero kubanga mukwano alina ensonga enkulu gy'ali mu communicatinga era nga ngambye lwaki munnange sibamuleetera abantu bange bajja bbanga bamufunamu ekyamaanyi oba ekyenjawulo. Kati nono Jackie ono bw'atyo tumubuuzizza bw'ava otya mu secular world okubeera nga munnange olokoka. Bw'atyo Jackie O agenze bano nannyonnyola engeri gye yava mu nsi n'alokoka, how she met God, n'alokoka ntya, jane yange yali etya kubanga ono mukyala mukwano yali muzibu nnyo, yali akubye ekidongo nga bana bambala buskimpi omusanga mu kabayika nga kuba omuziki wali wonna naye mukwano mukama yamukyusa era mukwano awa testimony ye olwaleero. Ntagadde mu gye baleeteddeko nga gwoli eyo gamba nange ebyange nga bibi nnyo nayonoona nnyo nakola kino na kino. Mukwano Yesu yajja lwa kubanga gwe. Kati nno Jackie O agenda ba atunyonyola ensonga zonna tugendako mu family ye, agenda kwekera ku ministry ate era naddala agenda kubanga ayogera ku marriage wano wonna tubeere nga mukola ki tumunyonyoka era nga tumuyigamu. Nkujjukiza nti beera nga video eno osubscribinga if you have not yet, beera nga video ogiwaka like video ebire esobole okubeera nga etambula oba nyaka notification beera ako kateekako nti buli kaseera wenteekayo video ogenda kubeera omukwabo abasooka okugiraba ddala ku nsonga ezikolagana ku marriage, faith oba motherhood. Ffe wano wetugamba mu tetuva katubeera nga tubuuza Jackie O ng'atubuulira yajja atya okulokoka, then tugende mu maaso nga tunyonyoka emboozi ye wano wonna.
Mukama namusisinkana ku katanda mu ddwaliro balita Kampala Hospital where I was fighting for my life and the life of my baby. That is when I can say I literally saw the face of God.
So what happened?
I got into a very bad accident and fast forward to the hospital. They couldn't feel the pulse of the baby, but luckily my husband was not in town at the time, so he told them to not do anything because they were suggesting an emergency C-section to save both mother and child. So my husband said, just wait there. I've heard everything, but wait, don't do anything until I get to the hospital.
Yeah.
It was about, I think, 1 hour and 45 minutes. And within that time, God turned things around for us. Before actually my husband could reach the hospital itself, they started to feel the pulse of the baby. It was weak, it was faint, but it was there. At the hospital, they checked me. I had wounds, I was bleeding and everything. But when they checked the baby, they tried to feel the pulse, they couldn't get it, and they tried, and they put monitors around my stomach to make sure that they are giving the right information, and the pulse was not there at that time. I was 7 months pregnant.
Wow.
In that moment, at the bedside, I don't know, but I think it was the Spirit of God that told me to call out to Jesus. And I called Jesus. In my heart, I kept saying, Jesus, Jesus. If not for me, but maybe for the life of my child. Because he was my miracle child. I had had 2 girls, and I really wanted to have a boy. And I had confirmed that it's going to be a boy. I was excited about him. So in that moment, I'm sure many mothers have encountered this moment. If they ask you, your life or your child, most definitely be your child. So in that moment, I was calling out to Jesus, and I kept saying, if not for me, but for the life of my child, save this baby. Because I did not feel worthy enough to be calling out to Jesus in the first place. I felt like I was dirty, I was stained, but I felt that maybe my baby, because it's a new creature, it's a new being, you can save, because he doesn't have any problem. I have done my part on earth. I would understand if you wouldn't have any mercy on me, God, but for the sake of my child, please save him. And I was closing my eyes, but somehow I could be able to see. My eyes were closed, but I could see the face of God. And God said, be still. Still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, up until that time. And it came from a place of feeling unworthy. I did not feel like I was worthy enough to be anything, to be born again.
To be anything close to God.
To be anything close to God, yes. Conviction of sin, because you've done something in the past.
In your past.
Yes, you feel that okay, now I think I'm not worthy to go here, because how do I face God after doing all that I have done? I saw what I could call a face, like a face, but it's not easy for me to describe, but it was surrounded with light. There was like, you see how they sometimes portray the sun, that it is so bright, and then in the middle of the sun, there's like a face. That's what I saw.
And it wasn't your imagination?
I don't know if it could have been my imagination, if it is as clear as it is right now.
But the voice came out of that face.
The voice came out of that face and said, be still.
And then immediately the heartbeat came back?
Okay, I think I was panicking. So I think God's message was for me to first calm down, because be still. I tried so much, and I went back and read it. I think it's in Numbers. Be still and know that I am God.
Yes.
So,
Exodus 14.
Exodus, okay, yeah. So in my understanding of it is, don't panic, don't worry, just be still. Just hush in that moment. Because I was thinking, okay, what if now they take out the baby, and then the baby they are not able to save the baby? What if while they are taking out the baby, I am not able to come back? And all these things, So the voice said, be still. So in that moment, it gave me a peace. There's a peace that came with the word, and things started to unfold like gradually. And then when the nurse came back, said, wait a minute, looked at the monitor and said, wait a minute. Then she went and called the doctor. And then the doctor said, wow. Then they called another doctor. The pulse was there. It was faint, it was small, but it was there. So the doctor said, now that it is there, we're
Yeah.
not going into emergency C-section. We are not doing let us just monitor what we have now.
So we can also was not there. So we assume the baby died. And your encounter with Christ brought back this baby to life.
kakati nno ye bwatyo mukyala Jackie bwe yarecevinga mukama bwatyo bwe yayatulira mukama mweyo embeera gye yayitamu bwatyo nabeera nga agamba bannaye mukama bwatyo gyali kati gwe simanyi embeera ki mukama gyanayogera naawe oba gwe embeera ki gye warecivingirawo mukama naye ye eno story yeyiyo nawe kansuubire tolinde wali mu kaseera nga kiri bubi nnyo n'ogamba mbuno mukama kati kandogoke ne kati esaawa zino oba osobola okukola ki okukkiriza mukama ng'omulokozi wo bwotyo n'obeera ng'omusembeza kati nono bwe twogerera Jackie ono mukwano kati nno ali mu pati y'abasumba eyo ku kya Pastor Wilson Bugembe era ali nnyo mu bayouth ababulira ku bintu byayiseemu ne experience ye ne waali essaawa zino kakati wenjogerera mukyala mufumbo era alina abaana 3 weddu n'oyo omwana munange yakola ki yabeera nga survivinga bamuyita Victor era amuwera mukama obujulizi buli kaseera kubanga munaye mukama gye yamujja naye obwali wala bw'atyo agenze nayogera ku bufumbo ye nga wabulaba mmanyi omuntu ono yaliko mu nsi era nga wakabi nnyo omukyala mulungi kati goyinza okugamba omukyala omulungi bw'ati agonda mu bufumbo akolata mu bufumbo ye obufumbo butambula butya ngenda kuba mu mbalekera wano nga tunyonyola kyayita mu bufumbo era kyakola mu bufumbo naawe obeere nga munange oba mukyoyigamu kubanga ye kimutambuzza wano mbambagaba mbu osobola okupikingamu as you can pick a leaf from whatever I bring on here kati muna ine Jackie bwatu agenda batunyonyola engeri etambuzamu obufumbo bwe obeere ng'oba mukyoyigamu oba kyojjamu nkujjukiza nti beera ng'osubscribinga clicking a notification bell ne video beera ng'ogiwa ka video ka like ebeere nga bwetyo etambula wano wonna. I am Babinals.
My eyes are glued and my husband is comforting me, of course. I could not even tell him what happened.
Yeah.
It took me a while to share because, I mean, a sinner like me, who is going to believe that you had the voice of God,
Yeah.
you know? And I want to say this to encourage someone out there that God is not going to first look into your history.
Yeah.
He is not going to first screen you, and because if it was the case, then I wouldn't be on the list, honestly.
Sure.
I wouldn't be on the list.
Yeah.
God is actually ready for you. God is not going to first test you. He's not in the business of testing. He's not in the business of trying. God is there. You just have to reach out. Just have to reach out to him, because all it took was just the name of Jesus. Just the name of Jesus.
Tuli mukazi mufumbo.
Yes.
Can I start with a hard question? But you're free to answer or yes or no. Are you happy?
100%.
Okay. No, you are happy.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a good thing. But you can also tell us.
No, but it's entirely because Kati, I will say this, nze Afumbila ku Mavivi. Yes. So.
And how is that? Practical?
Okay. Obufumbo nabuza gye buva eri Katonda. So ye yantegekera how it's going, how it's working. Era wembaamu ne kye neebuuza mwebuuzaako ne mugamba mukama wano nkoze ntya, oba bwe mbaamu neewanzitoweredde mugamba mukama wano wazitoye ate bino si bye bisuubizo byo. No mukyala to understand your place in a marriage. Yeah.
Please explain
You're
that.
not the head.
I think that is very key.
Yeah, you're not the head, you're the support.
You're a powerful woman, you're beautiful,
Yes.
but still you submit.
Yes, I submit.
Do you believe in this idea of feminism, woman power, sisterhood?
Where I am, it's not applicable.
In marriage?
Yes.
I'm actually very interested to hear more.
Yeah.
So,
Where I am, it's not applicable.
Yeah.
Because once you're married, you've got to submit, and then you've got to be loyal. And then two have become one.
yeah.
So there is no individuality anywhere. Yeah? Everything you can become. Yeah? But your husband has got to have a mind into it, meaning you must have shared with him about whatever it is that your ambitions are and how you want to get there. And you must not forget your duty to him as a wife.
You seem to tread very carefully about this topic. You have friends around you who believe in it?
Well, yes, I do. But
Yeah.
I've also seen that they have been challenged.
They can-
Especially,
in
they have
marriage.
been, yes, especially in marriage.
Tosobola kubeera ng'olina attitude ye ate n'onyumirwa bufumbo.
Tosobola.
I like the fact that you're actually cementing something very powerful.
Yes.
So, in a nutshell, if you're going to be happy in marriage, you have to accept the marriage principles.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to.
Kwekwaja otagenda n'otagamba kati ofuuse musajja. No matter how powerful you are. So submission has worked for you. Did you
Yes,
learn that from
a
Christ
lot.
or you learned that from home?
A bit of both, home and church, Christ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your parents raised you well. Yeah.
Marriage, if you do not want to submit and you're not willing to totally submit, I think marriage will be very hard for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the state of your husband. It doesn't matter. You have got to submit and understand that he's the head. You are the
Naye-
support.
tulina okuzzaamu n'otubuuliramuko ku njiri ku basista baffe ab'omu kanisa yaabwe naye awo